All right, welcome back to Left 4 Dead Garage. We're probably should be working on the 55, but all I'm doing is grinding right now, and I can't possibly make another video of me grinding stuff. So I'm going to continue grinding on that off camera until I run into something interesting, and I guess we'll step forward and work on something more important, like the Impala or maybe this C10. The Impala or this C10. I say work on the C10. I've got a couple months before I have to do anything to the old Impala here, because, you know, power tour. So, but what should we do with it? I mean, cheap shop truck, right? So I guess step one would be, let's get it in the air and see if it's, you know, worth even messing with. It might be rotted to no end under there, and I just don't know it yet. Need to take a look at all the brakes, the brake lines, fuel lines, pull this 500-pound piece of scrap iron out of there. So that's got to come out. We'll half this stuff I'll attempt to unbolt this crap just so I can match it up maybe later. If we go back to air condition, that's a kind of a pipe dream at the moment. I guess just another assessment is what this video will be on. Pull the motor, I think. I got a couple ideas. I've got a good TBI motor out here, and there's a good turbo 350 transmission here. So, I mean, that could go right in there, and then there's a carbureted intake hanging right over there on that pole. So there's enough junk around here to where I could probably slap it together pretty quick, pretty cheap, pretty easy. Still need a hood. Don't have a hood. But so I guess let's get this thing on some jack stands and see what the underneath looks like. Let me get it in the air. I'll get back to you. All right, got it in the air. Big enough to get my slightly obese self under there. And let's take a gander, see what this thing looks like from the bottom. Flashlight. All right, we'll just start from the front. How's that? Power steering is barfed a little bit right there. The control arms aren't beat to death. There's nothing, like, I don't see any frame damage. Took a little gollywop right here, and it's got the bumper kind of swung out a little bit. Radiator support kind of on the outs. Frame horns look straight. Kind of knew this was going to be fairly lightweight. Got a little rot right here where this cab brace and all is. I guess just crap falling down in there and staying. Not a heartbreaker by no means, because I'm not looking at carpet. I mean, it's got some surface rust, but I'll be honest with you, it looks pretty all right. Got a little hole starting in the inner rocker right there. It looks good down through there. Oh boy. Probably shouldn't have done that. Now I get a ride through the dirt. What's looking like in there? Nothing heartbreaking. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt in there. Floor looks okay. Transmission still got transmission fluid in it. Maybe saws on that exhaust. Turbo 350. This floor, I mean, it's got surface rust, very treatable, very savable. Kind of sort of same thing right there, a little crusty. A little bit starting right here. I guess it'd be better if I didn't poke at it right, but everything looks okay frame wise. From what I can tell, 12 bolt rear end. Bias ply spare. Bed floor. The bed floor actually survived better than I would have ever figured, considering how much junk was in there. Well, up in the cab corners, just a lot of dirt. Very savable. Scaly, but definitely not terribly bad. It's probably still, it's in better shape than this thing, I'll be honest with you. So, I mean, there's that. So, step one, I guess I'm gonna start at the drive shaft and just mosey my way forward. All right, this typically can be done with a 7/6. Hope I can get this swivel on there. I don't have to use a wrench. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing. Oh no! That was a bad idea. I guess I should have got my transmission and tail shaft plugged before I made a bloody mess. So, yeah, let me go get that before I pull this thing the rest of the way out. I didn't really think you'd miss anything when he saws on the exhaust, but look how full. This is just part of the Y pipe. And there's stink bugs falling out of this, and some other kind of crawling around critters. Yeah, the manifold looks like it's that full too. So I guess while I'm here, I'm gonna throw this at the old scrap pile. Man. So either obviously stuff's crawled up in there, but well, it looks like maybe water has run out the exhaust side down the manifold and settled in that too. So who knows what we'll find. We may tear this motor down just for ha-has, or at least pop a cylinder head off of it. Let me see if I can look up in there. Oh yeah. Full of junk. I better quit. I'll just be sweeping more up. That side wasn't so bad. I mean, it's pretty rusty, but. And then I drained the transmission a little bit. Stuck that old slip yoke in there to stop the. That's probably from the Impala, actually. How does that matter? I just need something 27 spline. I think what I'm gonna do is I may pull the manifolds off. That way to help get it out of there some. But I got the transmission mount bolts loose. Hopefully I don't have to pull the cross member, because I got to looking, and the upper bolts on the cross member to the upper part of the frame have no nuts on them. So it's been out or been loose, but you can't get the bolts out because they hit the floor. So they didn't even bother putting nuts back on them. Speedo's loose. I'm sure there's some other things, but I'll get back to you when we're on the top side here. All right, I got the manifolds off, the AC compressor's out of the way. The truck might be a little high. I gotta stand on the box. The passenger side manifold came off in two pieces. I'm gonna move this mic right here. hopefully it doesn't, hopefully I don't regret that. That passenger side manifold came off in 2 pieces, and it perfectly landed in the transmission oil or transmission fluid down there. So all right, looks like power steering might have to, you know what, I got a prime. Might have the right tool for the job right here. Yeah, as I break the light. Yeah, that side landed right in the dang transmission fluid. So, did a nice splash down, I imagine. We're making a lot of trips to the scrap pile. All right, I think what I'll do next is to go ahead and get the radiator out. I'm gonna just cut that lower hose, because why not? I may have to pull the fan to get the darn radiator out, or at least the water pump. Maybe I might have to do that. So it helps if I go and rewind. Got a little snug. Let me get a real ratchet. I had that El Natural red Loctite on it. That one does not seem to want to come out. Man, that thing is in there. I don't know if my ratchet can get it or not. I want an impact ratchet bad. Nope. Oh yeah, forgot about that hose I said I was gonna cut. course, it would have some sort of swamp water in it. All right, what about, oh yeah, radiator. Guess I got heater hose I could cut. There's only one left. Stick that over there. I'm gonna pray these transmission lines come out, but I highly doubt they do. Here's where having a small torch will probably come in handy. But I can't seem to remember to buy another one. So alright, the 1/2 inch. I have been spraying these down a good bit, so maybe they'll come loose. That bottom one's really gonna be tough. Somewhere around here I've got some turbo 400 lines, unless I tried to modify them for the dually and the 4L80E. But I don't think that would, because they're not metric. I don't know. I'll have to look. True, there's still a pile of crap under there. Well, I cannot believe that those came loose, but they did. All right, we'll just leave that power steering hanging out over there for the time being. Now, there's a bunch of crap in here. And look at this radiator support. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that thing is smoked. All that crap just sat down in there and rotted it away. So I might have to try to find a radiator support. I'd rather not, but what do you do? All right, so this ain't connected. The positive cable is still connected. The fuel pump's still connected. Can I get down in there to get that motor mount bolt out? All right, so the bolt will come out the back side. Might be easier if I just pull the fuel pump off. Or if I can just break it off. Oh yeah. Somebody out there is looking for this Quadrajet fuel pump metal line. Okay, so got the fuel pump out of the way. That worked out well. To try to get in there to get that one out. And this one looks like it comes out from the front, so I love that pry bar. It is the best thing ever. It must be 5/8. We might have to get the big one on that one. That one must not have a captured nut. This one does. If I can get this straight 11/16 on there or not. I'll try to keep up with some of this stuff because I'll need it to go back in. Alright, got one motor mount bolt out. Normally I would baggie this stuff, but I'm out of baggies. So, it is what it is. Alright, that looks like a captured nut to me, and it probably is because it was behind the fuel pump, and most people just don't break the fuel pump off to look. So let me crawl under here and see if I can get on this motor mount bolt. That in the bucket. I got some wiring that I need to deal with. The ignition down on the starter, got the power wire, and then I can get this up out of here. And there might be loomed in somewhere. I don't know, it probably is. So I need to get that out of here. Oil pressure line, throttle cable, got the speedometer unhooked, power to the coil. What else? And anything else. Idle switch. So let me get this piddly stuff done and then jump back in here when I'm ready to hook a chain to it. Something tells me that I'm about to ride the struggle bus with this thing. The transmission is like exceptionally close to the floor. Like oddly close, I feel like, for a C10. And then like I was saying, I can't get that. And I know I still have a harness to unhook back there. Transmission is on the floor jack. Whether it rides on there, I don't know. Probably fall off. I know there's a little bit of harness I gotta unhook. Let's run through the back of the bell housing bolts there. I'm trying not to tear that up, but I couldn't get my hand back there. I think I got everything other than that harness. Bad thing about getting the truck this high is I gotta take the cherry picker like crazy high. It's a little sticky. Alright, wish me luck. Oh, killed those, didn't I? Didn't do them no favors. Alright, that's all I got. I think I'm out of fluid in the cherry picker again. So, drag it forward as far as I can, then I gotta do the old lift over, which is not fun. Sometimes I think a ratchet strap would go to that. I believe that's what I'm gonna do. And I like to get these things up high, get under them easy, but definitely has its downfall. Wrong end. It's gonna be close. All right. I'm try to spin back around. Alright, I probably got crap all over me, but I'm sure you'll understand. Got this piece of junk out of here. Let me get the old flashlight. Let's look down in those exhaust ports. Good golly. Hey, that valve, you can still see a little bit of shiny on that valve. Not so much in those though. Yep. Transmission may be okay. The fluid was still red when it came out. But oh yeah. If you just don't give a crap, you can cram 2 bolts in this. This is on the intake manifold, but these are broken off. There's another one around here somewhere. So maybe when they started breaking the intake manifold bolts off, maybe that's when they decided to just call it. And the valve cover is so rusty, I just knocked a hole in it with a chain. So I can only imagine. Oh yeah, the valve cover is full of stuff. Let me get a hammer. We'll just treat this thing right. I'm probably just gonna make a mess. Oh, that's fancy in there, boy. That thing is titanium retainers, good springs. Now I got a sweep. Oh yeah. If it wasn't junk, I think it was junk before. I really think it's junk now. You know, and I don't even think I'm gonna waste my time taking this thing apart. I believe I'm just gonna get it with the tractor. I'm gonna throw it in the old Denali that I got to scrap and use it for weight. So I guess we can probably just stop it off right here. We got the motor out. We got a lot, I'm talking a lot of cleaning to do. That radiator support is pretty roached. And there's just old building material and shingles and whatever building material and shingles turn into, and probably rat poop. But there's a lot of cleaning to do. Probably several videos before I can move forward to put the old TBI motor in. So I guess we'll stop it off right there and I'll get this thing cleaned up. Maybe we'll shoot a little bit of tractor paint on the frame, pressure wash some more and see what's here, see how bad some of this radiator support is. I really don't want to put a radiator support in this truck. I just don't want to take the front end apart because I know stuff's not going to unbolt. You know, it's just going to snowball into a disaster. But we don't know till we know, and we'll deal with that later. So thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage, and we'll see you on the next one.